talk about the DL men in the church. Let's talk about how I was sleeping with pastors and bishops. Hey. Yes, Lord. Hey. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? They talking about this a blouse. This is a man's shirt. This do not look like no blouse, do it? No. So look bad, bitch, you are not famous. You are not known. Coming out no damn house talking about where the money reside, where the money. Bitch, please. I'm not gonna argue with you. Please. Stop bringing these niggas to my house. Stop bringing these niggas to my house. Hold me, please. 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 Hold me, please.
That's what it is, Drew? Okay. All right.
So, you know what, Shorty? I know today that you having some personal issues today with your father.
I'm not having personal issues, and I didn't ask that you share it. I told you that off the air. I didn't ask that.
I know.
I didn't ask that you bring that to the air.
I have a scripture for you. And that scripture is, it say that Acts 4, it's a 4-12. And it say, neither is there salvation of any of them name of the, neither is there any salvation for others, but for them by name under heaven is God Almighty. So that was one of the scriptures today. And also Romans 1:16 says, for I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for Jesus Christ the power of salvation that believes. So I want to leave that scripture today. Manifest on that today, Shorty, okay?
Well, thank you, Drew. Yeah, man. British Andrew, I finished thing about 20 minutes before the top of the hour. Getting to it on this Tuesday, and right about now it's time to ask Brother Andrew Caldwell. That's right, man. You got something you're going through. You know somebody going through something. Let's say you even seen something online, man, and you want Andrew to give his response and his insight. Send it in to axandrew@audacy.com. The email is axandrew@audacy.com. We are looking for you. Queen B.
Not to all.
What's this? It is to all.
Okay. But they gonna be blocked.
What's the scenario this morning? What's going on? Queen B?
Sorry, my phone was making noise and moving full slow. So this comes from a male listener, Andrew. And he says, I want to ask you, Andrew, I am a male 19-year-old who also grew up in the church. I have been following you for almost 4 years, and I have been dealing with the same type of demons my whole life that you have talked about in your past. I recently started dating a nice girl who knows me and understands my struggles. My question is, how and what do you do to resist temptation and overcome those urges of backsliding?
Okay. You know, no one is perfect. And, you know, so many people are backsliding, but now people are reclaiming, running to God and asking them, what must I do to be saved? What I do of temptation is I always the Bible say to I can't talk today. The Bible say to remember the word, and he say renew your mind with the word. I apologize. To renew your mind with the word. So my favorite scripture is I can do all things through Christ. So remind yourself with the scripture. Remind yourself with the scripture. That is number one. And number two is you need to come out from amongst them and be ye separate, said the Lord. Okay. Because when I first got delivered, I had so many friends, but I began to stop talking to people, and people thought I was acting funny. They thought I was acting like Hollywood. No, when God delivered you from something, you don't go back to it. And when God delivered you from something, you should not hang around. It's just like ticks and fleas will follow you. So if God delivered you, honey, listen to the word. Okay. If God delivered you from being a whore or a prostitute or a thief, why you continue to hang around with the thieves and the prostitutes? You know, if you hang around broke people, you become broke. You hang around rich and successful people, you become rich and successful.
So if he hang around
positive people.
So if he hang around straight people, he should be straight.
You should be able to start pick up the habits on a little bit, but being delivered from being in that lifestyle is a process, and it can take years. It can take, and you know, you're gonna have people.
How long did it take you?
You're gonna have people to judge you, and you're gonna have people to try to attempt you. But I want to remind you, because British is not saved, and British is.
How you gonna save somebody ain't saved?
What my church said is, if you speak it out your mouth and believe it in your heart, you're saved. Yeah. So I'm saved.
Well, if you
want to act like you saved.
If you confess it that you're saved,
we just want to know.
But
the people
British,
want to know
actions speak. Your actions would speak for itself.
The people want to know, how long did it take you to become completely delivered?
Well, it can take years.
How long did it take
process.
You?
It's a process. When I first started doing it, and you trying to question my deliverance.
No, she just asking how long
because
did
he
it take?
asked for your.
I'm finna tell you.
I'm
finna tell you, because one day you will get delivered from things that you're doing behind the closed scenes.
No, I'm open book.
Not a real one. Okay. Okay, so it can take process. You know, at one point I had blonde hair. I began to change. At one point I was wearing skinny jeans.
Hair?
Yeah, I had blonde hair.
I will show you.
And I began to, and then at first I had skinny jeans, and I began to change. So it's a process.
Was you skinny when you wore those?
I was a little bit skinny, but and British, you can.
Stop
baby, I am big, but I definitely will be skinny next month.
You're not big though.
You was big here.
I'm big today, and I'm big tomorrow, and I'm big, but in 2 weeks I won't be.
But none of that stuff, like wearing skinny jeans, did not necessarily mean
you skinny.
Not that you skinny, that you like.
Well, I worded it, and I had. Well, I can only speak for myself, and none of y'all can't speak for me because you're not me.
Well, how long did it take for you to become completely delivered? Because now
it took years. I cannot say, girl.
You do.
It took years, British Williams. Okay. It took years.
Say my whole name.
But if I was you, I would tread very lightly right now.
I told you about my Peloton. I ain't even getting on the treadmill.
Okay.
So your hair was blonde?
Yeah, my hair is blonde, shorty.
Was it like a wig or what?
I'm gonna put an Andrew Caldwell hairstyles.
Yeah, it was up there because at one point I was arrested for busting out windows, and because this person followed me, and I busted out his windows and did other things, and I was arrested.
You had did something to him. That's why he busted the windows out.
And then Kimberly Gordon dropped the charges.
Kimberly Gordon.
Okay. You learn something new every day. It was like a blonde hairstyle. I
just had a low fade with blonde. I had wanted to try blonde at that time.
Okay, I thought you were saying like. Waking up with the home team, Shorty, British, Andrew. In here, man, don't forget this Thursday, y'all. This Thursday, opening day for the Cardinals. We will be at Kena Plaza.
You, me, and my security, we'll all be there.
Yeah. Opening day, man, kicking off at 11 a.m. It's absolutely free. Big shouts going out to Danger Zone. Gonna be playing live. They're gonna have food. They're gonna have games, fun, activity, and of course, rooting on our Redbirds. Let's go, Cardinals! Y'all know,
I just want a hot dog from the Cardinals. You know, they got the best hot dogs.
That is the last thing that you should say.
I'm sure.
What are y'all talking about? I'm not saying
I'm sure out of all the things you looking for.
No, because I love going to the Cardinals game. They got the best hot dogs, and they got the best nachos. And then also you have to forget they got the best Coke. They Coke be real strong like McDonald's.
Is it the fountain soda?
Uh-huh. It's real strong. I mean, I can't say. I can't wait for the Cardinals game for a hot dog. Why did the music go down, Shorty? Child.
Man, y'all is crazy, man. Y'all almost made me have an accident because I'm dying screaming in the car laughing at y'all when y'all take that music down on Andrew because he thought he want a hot dog.